Remember this.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't. Yeah, you're playing cards. Mr. President. You're playing cards. Serious. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country.
The low point, it seemed, didn't it, of the relationship between the United States and Ukraine. Donald Trump, they're on the verge of undermining years of efforts to make sure that Vladimir Putin didn't prosper from his unprovoked invasion of Ukraine. And yet, fast forward just 4.5 months to this afternoon and this.
We want to see it end. And I'm disappointed in President Putin because I thought we would have had a deal 2 months ago, but it doesn't seem to get there. So based on that, we're going to be doing secondary tariffs if we don't have a deal in 50 days. It's very simple. And they'll be at 100%. And that's the way it is. It can be more simple. It's just the way it is. I hope we don't have to do it.
That's quite a change, isn't it? From Donald Trump in the early weeks of his presidency, basically bending over backwards to find reasons to end American support for Ukraine, to find reasons to defend what Vladimir Putin was doing in Ukraine. Even when he was launching missiles at Ukrainian civilian areas, Donald Trump says, oh, well, it's war. I'm sure he didn't mean it. And yet today, a pretty drastic U-turn, not just more rhetoric, not just tougher language from Trump about Putin, but the threat of action too, the threat of severe tariffs on Russia, and perhaps most crucially of all, an agreement, a deal struck between Trump and the NATO General Secretary Mark Rutte, who's in the White House right now, that will see the US, send more weapons to Ukraine for use in the fight against Putin and his forces. Is this a turning point? Is this the moment that historians will look back on as the time that Ukraine started to win this conflict, the day that Putin lost the upper hand and Zelensky gained it? How much confidence do you think we should now have that Trump is finally, as I would put it, on the right side of history rather than the wrong one when it comes to what's going on in Ukraine? And do you have faith now that we might, perhaps not straight away, but in the weeks or months to come, be on the cusp of not just peace in Ukraine, but peace and a Ukrainian victory in this conflict? What do you make of this U-turn? And do you trust Trump to, this time at least, deliver on it? Because it's a clear shift, but just as he shifted this way, obviously with Donald Trump, there's always a prospect that he will shift back the other way as well. How much confidence can we have in what Trump says today, and how much confidence do you have that this might help Ukraine win this war?